Right then, hello everyone and welcome to round 12 here at the Japanese Grand Prix, and this is GPR realistic in obviously GPR league. So yep, it's round 12 and I'm joined with Skip.
Yo.
So we've got 18 on the grid here this evening. Let's see who's going to be our pole sit out. We go through the stages: qualifying 1, 2, 3, and then the 50% race. As there's a few people now coming out for their laps.
We've got a few drivers opting for the mediums as well for the first runs in Q1. Bobby and Rip Dingo in the Aston Martin and the Haas. Only drivers opting for the mediums so far. To get the lap in, it may be able to set them through, but they'll probably have to go out again on the softs. But it's just for a banker lap to see what pace they've got. Let's see what they can do. And Rip Dingo already goes for a spin on the mediums, so very cold tyres for him, and he's reset the track. It shouldn't be too much. Like there is only Q1.
So then, who do you think's gonna get knocked out in Q1? It's like
you never know now. Around Japan, it's a track that you need to nail. So anyone could get knocked out here, but normally like the lower teams like the Aston Martin and the Haas's and the Williamses you'd expect to be out, but you never know. And anything can happen in qualifying. But we'll have to wait in 16 minutes to see which 3 drivers, as there's only 18 in, get through and get knocked out.
Okay then, so Vantage is going to be the first one to set a lap here in qualifying this evening, and it is in the Alfa Romeo, as he's now coming around the last few corners to start his first lap, and we'll see what he sets. He's now coming around the last chicane into the final corner, and then he's going to start his lap. There is a Haas right behind him, which is not good, which is Bobby, and that's not going to be good for his lap at all. But he's only on the banker, on the medium, so I don't think he could really care less about what happens on this lap.
And he's invalidated.
We'll keep our eyes on Bobby then for now, on the mediums. He'll be the first one to set a lap then, unless he invalidates. As he's come through the end of the first sector, it's a 34.011 in the first sector here for the Haas. And obviously it's going to be purple.
The Dingo's gone for a spin through the S section. It's a very tight section. It's very skillful, this track as well. One wrong move and you're getting sent round 180 degrees, maybe even into the barrier. As we see Bobby on the mediums now coming down towards Spoon Curve. It's such a fast corner this, and you've got to keep it valid. Let's see if it does. Oh, he's missed the apex, he's gone a bit wide. He's just kept it valid, but he's lost a fair bit of time there. As he's now on this long back straight now towards 130R. Let's see what the middle sector split's going to be. It's not going to be something to shout about. It's a 15-2. It's purple for now, as he's the only driver on a lap, but there is going to be lots of time in that. And this lap will not get Bobby through, I'm sure of it, on the mediums. A lot of mistakes in this lap. But he comes through the final corner now, a little bit of oversteer on the exit there. Takes the tighter line, up to the line. Bobby, first driver set lap, it's a 32.5.12. That lap will surely be beaten by the drivers on softs and in the quicker cars. But we'll have to see in the later part of this session what all the drivers do. Mark instantly smashes it by 7/10 and goes for P1 in the Alpine with a 31.809. It's a decent lap for the Alpine driver. So it's gone board at Mika now. Go through the Lesmos, on the run down to the hairpins. You don't really need to hit the apex for this corner, it's all about the exit. In second gear, looks like he's taking it nicely. He's on the run now towards Spoon Curve. Such a fast corner this. The Dingo goes third with an unrepresentative lap time. And he gets the apex unlike Bobby. On the run down towards 130R. Such a fast corner this. Such a great corner as well. What is Mika's middle sector gonna be on the softs in the AlphaTauri? It's only a 14.8 for Mika, but that's purple apparently. Not sure whether to believe that or not, but we'll have to see when he comes across the line through this tight chicane bit. Now it's so easy to spin out and invalidate here, which Mika doesn't do. Takes the tighter line up. What's the lap going to be for Mika? It's a 31.9, so he's only a 7.5 off mark in the Alpine.
Not a bad lap there from the AlphaTauri, as he's only a 10th behind the Alpine, so that's obviously AlphaTauri realistic is not that quick in real life, so yeah, that would be quite good for AlphaTauri in that car, as Mark is going to finish his in lap. We'll see who else is on a lap.
Got the Alpine, Nicholas, who's paving in the first sector in the Alpine, but he's incurred enough bit of traffic here that McLaren gets out of the way of Jakob in the McLaren. There's Volcano, the Volcano's what's that lap in the mediums. Stay on board with Nicholas now, come through spoon curve. Oh, he's taking that a bit too aggressively, went in there with a bit too much power. Went in there with a bit too much speed, ran mad, but he hasn't invalidated, and he may pick up a little bit of a tow from the Alfa Romeo in front. So another sector going to be. It's 14.5 for Nicholas, not purple, but it's certainly quicker than Mika, who's in P2 at the moment. Let's see what Nicholas does. Clips the apex there, hits the apex there nicely as well. Second gear, throttle down. Takes the shorter line up. Is Nicholas going to go fastest? Yes, he does by 3/10. Nicholas and the Alpine. Can't show mark up here, but it is only Q1. But 3/10 do separate the top two.
Very nice lap there from Nicholas as he completes his first lap here in Q1.
There's Volcano Masters backed off.
We're looking at the Ferrari then, the other Ferrari of
Oh, Rusty's crashed. Rusty's crashed on pit. Oh, has he crashed? Oh yeah, he has crashed. So Rusty will take no more part. He won't take part in this quali session any longer. I didn't work that right.
As the Ferrari comes toward the exit of Spoon Curve, as now taking it down the back straight into the flat 130R, which is very fast indeed, and it's a flat corner. He's gone purple in the middle sector apparently, so we'll see what it comes up to. He's coming around the final chicane.
We missed the apex there, went a bit too deep.
As he's coming around the tight, he's going to take a tight line around the final corner. No, he's not actually, but he's going to set a 132.2.
See Jay with a 34.7 first sector. On the run down to 130R, what's the middle sector split going to be for Jay? It's not purple, it's a 15.6, so that's not quick for the Haas driver. He may have to go again. The 15.6 is not going to cut it in the middle sector. And the Red Bull's gone there, I think that's Jamie Dodger. He's went for a little spin there. Jakob's gone quickest by 4/10 with a 31.1. Jay comes across the line with a 32.9. He's definitely going to have to go again. And yeah, Jamie Dodger did spin.
Well then, we've still got people to set a lap.
Volcano Master! Oh, that was very close to the Ferrari driver. Nearly went to a spin there through the Lesmo. He's paved on the first sector, but he lost a bit of time there. And Ifney's got a far-place grip penalty for a collision with Lowry. I'm not sure what's happened here. And Jay's gone for a bit of a spin. Oh no, that's Bobby.
Well, obviously there's still people laps as we see the Red Bull of Jamie now coming through down the back straight into 130R. A bit of slipstream from it, well, not his teammate, should I say, the Haas, which I think it is.
Oh, Volcano spun in the final corner. He was on to demolish P1, but he's been there on the final corner, and Lowry has crashed. So the Ferrari driver will not take further part in this qualifying section, same with Rusty. But Volcano Master, he's been put on the back foot here. He was going to smash P1, but he's been there on the final corner. Pete's also gone for a bit of a spin as well. Yeah. Sorry to interrupt there.
Well, I'm looking at Banter Brandon as he's coming through the middle sector now. Coming down into Spoon Curve. Takes a tight line toward Yeah, spoon curve as is now. He take a little bit wide there, not so wide, but uses as much as the track as possible. This is now coming down the back straight into 130R. The Merc is looking pretty quick. He goes purple in the middle sector, 13.4. That is definitely the quickest of them all so far. As he's now coming through the final chicane, hits the apex there, and yeah, it should be a very good lap around the final corner. Takes the tight line. It should be a 130, and it is.
He absolutely smashes Jakob there by somewhat 8 tenths in the Mercedes, so he surely is going to be through into Q2. Banter Brandon. MR advantage now on the lap, coming through this tight S section, which is so easy to get wrong. Not to spin, like Vantage has just done there. So commentator's case playing a bit of a part there, and he's going to have to go again in the Alfa Romeo.
Well, I wonder how many tyres he's used.
I know.
He must have used 2 tyres already, unless he's on an old set of softs that he used on his first.
Unless he's on an old set, but yeah, I think that may be a new set. But I imagine he'll be going again, charging up that battery. There's Lighty in the Red Bull now. No, the Red Bull drivers, no, got a lap in yet. But Lighty got 32 now, first sec there, and I think that's Rip Dingo, yeah, in the gravel on the mediums. So Rip Dingo's going to have to go again. Did you field up for 2 laps there? Yeah. Jimmy Dodger's just come out to the pits as well. There's Lighty on the run down towards Spoon Cave in the Red Bull. Can you keep them off together?
Well, we'll see, won't we, as he's coming through the exit of Spoon Curve. Oh, he looked a bit shaky through that there, as he's now coming down the back straight into 130R. Is it going to be any good, this middle sector?
Well, that's
it
payable
is.
by a tenth and a half.
As he's now coming through the final chicane. He's got to hit this apex to make the greatest lap there is at the moment. And now he's got to come round the final corner. He's not going to take... Oh, yes, he's going to take a tight line, and it's going to be a 2 tenths quicker. And Brandon.
That's going to surely... That's got to see the Red Bull driver through there. 30.1. The Red Bull driver has got a lap on the board. He's gone for a bit of a spin as well after it. We got, meanwhile, one driver. One Red Bull driver, P1. Or the other one, it's just about starts his lap in P17. You've got Jamie Dodger now on the run down, opens the RS, coming down towards turn 1, which is a very quick double right-hander. Let's see if he keeps it, clips the apex. You can afford to miss the apex in that corner, get a better exit, and now through this tight S section, which is so easy to spin, which Vantage demonstrated before, but with the Red Bull, it's going to be planted to the floor as he's come through now, this fast uphill left-hander, which is so easy to get wrong. And he keeps it nice and tidy. Jamie Dodger, the Red Bull driver, 33.1, so 2 tenths slower than his teammate currently, but he should make up some of that time in another sector as he's coming up towards this hairpin. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in this session. Axel, Vantage, and Jamie, who we're watching now, currently don't have lap times. Rusty and Lowry, DNFs, they will not be taking part in Q2 as Jamie Dodger on the run down towards Spoon Cave. We've seen a few drivers get it wrong here. Is he going to get it right? He does get it right as Lowry. Lighty, he's trying to give Jamie a bit of a toe on the final, on the straight, or he may have just run out of fuel. No. Jamie's middle sector at 13.4, so a little bit off his teammate. And Lighty boxes. Well, let's see where Jamie Dodger goes. He misses the apex a tiny bit, misses that one a little bit. But that shouldn't cost him too much time. Doesn't take the tight line. Up to the line, P3 for Jamie Dodger, that should see him through. And Twitch peak, P4 on the mediums as well, I forgot to mention.
Yeah, decent lap there from the Merc on the mediums. He's the only person in the top 10 with the mediums at the moment. So, yeah, that is very good.
Okay, the Masters come out on the mediums and he instantly goes into the gravel. That's what the yellow flag falls. Bobby comes through the start of the lap now. It's crunch time with these laps now. Drivers can't afford mistakes, and speaking of mistakes, Jamie Dodger's in the gravel at that fast left-hander. He's on his own lap anyway. Let's see what Bobby can do. and the
Ooh.
hash come through this tight section. Hits that apex noise. Little lift through the left-hander. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left to go, so it is crunch time for the drivers. Bobby's 6.5 tenths up though in the first sector, so he has gained a lot of time through that S section. And he's coming up to this hairpin. Hits the apex. Gets a decent exit. On the run down towards Spoon Cave. See the advantage on lap now. The advantage is on lap. Go back to him in a minute. Go back on board with Bobby. Come through Spoon. Does he keep it valid? He does keep it valid. It's been a tidy lap for Bobby so far. No mistakes. Cars are nice and planted on the exit of Spoon. What's the middle sector going to be for Bobby?
Well, he was on a set
14,
of...
so just second up.
Yeah, he was on a set of mediums, so you would expect him to be way up on the time, as he... No, he doesn't miss the apexes. I got it all wrong there as he's coming around the final corner, the tight line, and it's 31.3.
That's a nice lap for the Haas, P6. Going to go on board with Volcano, who needs to get a lap in, because he's on the cusp, and he nearly invalidated there. Volcano on the mediums. But only one driver can get knocked out now. That's 2 of DNF'd.
Pretty nice S section there for Volcano in the Ferraris as his first sector. He's
It's
not
3 fast, he's a 10.5 down.
The 10th
Expect
down.
them on more mediums.
Oh,
Advantage with a 59 through the middle sector, so he's very slow through that path. I think this may put him behind Jay. And it does. 33.2 on the softs, so Vantage is definitely in the cutoff. Let's have a look at Rip Dingo.
Depends what Axel and
16-1.
Indigo do now.
Speaking of Axel, he's invalidated, so I think that's the McLaren's qualifying session over, as there is only 40 seconds left, and it won't be enough time to get back unless he cuts a few corners, which I don't think's allowed. Yeah, that's it for the McLaren.
Nah, you ain't gonna cut corners
off
with grass
in P16. So Ferrari could have a double exit in Q1. And Banter has retired in P2. Axel's not going to have enough time to get down to the pit, so that is his day done in qualifying. And Rip Dingo on P14 has been there. He may be out. I'm okay, no, no. This is crunch time for the Ferrari driver. On the mediums, he needs to get a lap in or he is out in qualifying. What a brilliant camera angle this is through turn 1 and 2. So a nice session has ended, but the drivers who have crossed the line before the checkered flag was flown can complete their laps. Volcano Master through this tight S section, no mistakes the Ferrari driver can afford. Through this fast left-hander uphill, so easy to spin out, especially on these worn mediums for Volcano. But he is coming through first sector. What's the split? It's a 33.1, so he's 200 down on his best. But that lap time is unrepresentative. He's gone a bit wide, lucky not to invalidate. What Baboon J has retired, he is safe. Vantage improves to 13th. Now Volcano through the hairpin on the run down towards Spoon. Anyone else on the lap? No, so it is only Volcano on the lap. Volcano's the only man who can deny. Well, actually no. Well, yeah, Rip Dingo's through. So if Volcano doesn't get a lap in, he's out.
And that'll be a shock to qualifying.
Low on fuel as well.
That'll be pretty much a shock to qualifying if he gets knocked out, but we'll see what his middle sector is. He's 3.4 up on his middle sector. Apparently it's purple, but we'll see at the end of this lap as he's now coming through the final chicane. And now round the final corner comes the Ferrari. What's it going to be? It's definitely going to be Q2 here for the Ferrari.
P5, yeah.
He struggled all Q1, but he's managed to keep himself
safe. Pour out the bag in the end.
Vantage was on 15% used softs at the start of his lap. I think that might have been his final lap. So
he's just Rip Dingo in the Aston Martin is out of qualifying. So that's Q1 done. We're gonna have a look at who's out now, but we know that it's just Lowry, Rip Dingo, and Rusty. I'm not sure drivers will be eliminated in Q1, and if with that 5-place grid penalty, actually on 4 people. So you got Rusty, didn't set the lap time, and crashed out. Axel, who invalidated at the end, but Dingo just couldn't get the lap in at the end, and then Lowry, who also crashed out. So yeah, that is the end of Q1, and we're going on to Q2.
So only 4 drivers are going to get knocked out in Q2 here this evening, after 4 got knocked out in Q1 due to retirement. So yeah, that's pretty unfortunate for the Ferrari of Laurie. So yeah, we'll see what Q2 brings in just a few moments' time.
Ooh.
Right then, Q2, there's only 14 drivers left in qualifying. There should be 15, but due to retirements, 4 people got knocked out in Q1. But we'll see what happens in Q2. So, hopefully this should be a bit more full of action instead of Q1, because Q1 is mainly just can't be bothered laps or something like that, or just retirements, or not set laps. But that's what it normally is in league racing sometimes. But yeah, Q2, it's going to be a bit different, and we'll see what happens. As is... And the first one out is the Alfa Romeo Advantage.
He's on the mediums.
I won't go for that. Maybe you should have done that in Q1.
Maybe, yeah. I think he's used 2 sets of softs, maybe even 3 sets of softs. But he used all of his tyres in Q1 just to get through to this later stage of qualifying. Jay's also come out on the mediums. Scored P7 in qualifying Q1. I think P7 or P6, I'm not sure. Yeah, only one Ferrari in Q2 as the other one crashed.
2 sets of softs. Oh, he's only used 2 sets of softs, so...
No.
He used all of his Q1 sets of softs, and I was going to use his Q2 sets, if you get what I mean.
And if Advantage does get through to Q3, he's only going to have 1 fresh set to vote on.
Unless he goes on an old set.
Unless, yeah, he does a little banger, and then does his final lap on the new fresh ball. We're going to go on board with Advantage now. First driver to set the lap, first driver to come out to the pits. On the mediums, this is just for you to save softs, save tyres. Comes through turn 1 and turn 2, the has a Bobby in front of him, who's just left the pits.
Well, through the S section, I can't get my words
Bit of
out
a
there.
mistake. Bit slow though.
He's taking it very cautiously, as he said in the chat on my YouTube. So he's told me he's taking it very cautiously. That's all. We went a little bit wide there. Oh,
He's gone. He's gone.
And that is the end of his first Q2 lap.
And he's ended in the wall. Anyway, Mika on the softs, he's on a lap in the other Ferrari. See what he can do. Mark has also just started as well. Alongside Nicholas, he's actually purple in the first sector. Didn't catch what time it was. We're going to go back on board with Mika on the run down towards Spoon. See if he gets it right. And he does get it right.
Most of the grid are now out.
On the exit there though.
Most of the grid are now out, so yeah, we will expect to see laps flying in as Mika goes purple in the middle sector, of course, as he's going to be the first man to set a time. Well, Vantage will.
I think Jay just snatched purple off him. So that middle sector on the mediums. Not sure if it's correct, but Mika up to the line with a 32-2. And what can Jay do?
Not the quickest of
Jay
laps here
beats it.
from... Oh, damn.
So, was Mika on a used set of softs? Or did he just mess up his lap? Thomas has had a bit of an incident as he's lost his whole front wing, so he's going to have to go again. The only drivers are Rapini, Banter and Volcano who've not left the pit yet. And Mark with a 13.8 middle second. That's definitely purple by far that we've seen this session. As he takes the tight line, this is going to set Mark first by about a second and a half. Well, not a second and a half, 1.3 seconds, so close enough. The 30.8 for the Alpine driver. See Bobby now. In the Haas. Got a 32.1 to beat. That's set by his teammates in the mediums. He actually misses the apex. And if he's from P2 in the Williams, the 32 flats, he's done a brilliant job to get through in the mediums and lights. He's just got a smashed mark by 1.1 seconds with a 29.7.
Well, there's a big difference between Red Bull and Alpine. Obviously, with the realistic performance, if it was equal performance, I think the times will be a bit closer between Alpine and Red Bull. But anyway, Bobby, coming around the final corner, it's definitely going to be a 1:31.2. So yeah, that puts him P3 ahead of the Williams of iPhone.
So I think that Mika was either on a used set of softs or he just messed up his lap badly while on a used set of softs. He peels into the pits now. He's definitely going to have to go again with a 32.2 on softs. Touch piece of what started the lap. Jakob's on the lap, so we're going to stand board with him. And he spun on the final corner. Yeah, Jay spun the final corner. Going into the pits. Jakob with a 14.1 middle sector. I'm glad Volcano must have come out of the pits on the softs while it started the lap. Jamie Dodge is also about to start the lap. Them drivers are going out to sync with the rest. And Jakob goes P3 with a 31 flat. Beats Bobby by 2 tenths. And then Jamie Dodger, 4 tenths off Lively. Jamie Dodger was finishing off, I didn't notice. But we're going to stick on board with Volcano Master in the Ferrari. On the soft, let's see what magic he can put out of the hat this time. I think so much fun there.
Nicholas has just spun in the Alpine, in the S section, so he needs to watch out for that Ferrari if he's still there. Oh, getting close to the Alfa Romeo there as well. But although he's safe.
.32.6 for a second, that's by far quickest than what we've seen. Quicker than anybody through that first sector by a mile.
Now through the hairpin he goes, and yeah, he's looking like he's going to be the one to watch this evening, as he's now coming through Spoon Curb. Very nice. That was time to perfection. As he's now coming down the back straight into 130R. This is going to be very crucial.
6. This one's got another knot,
112.6 in the middle sector there for Volcano. That is absolutely smashing. Oh, he's gone a bit slow there, unless that's just a bit of lag. Must have been a bit of lag there. As he's now coming around the final corner, he doesn't even need to take a tight line, but he's going to
run 3 tenths.
3 tenths up on the Red Bull. Not a bad, very good lap, I don't mean to say.
So the Red Bull, the match through the first sector, and then he's a tenth off in the middle and 2 tenths off in the final, so if like he can just find a bit more time in them final 2 sectors, then this could go an interesting fight for pole. As Rapini's got a this next lap in validation. I'm going to go on board with Nicholas, the only driver on the lap.
What's this first sector going to be then for the Alpine? Not expecting the quickest. It's not the quickest at all. It says on the minimap it is,
for the Alpine scored.
but it is definitely a personal best. It's now coming through the hairpin. Now down to Spoon Curb we go. As we're riding on board with the Alpine. Into Spoon Curb then. Nice little line there. Tries to hit the apex. Oh, got bit crossed up there, but he's still fine. He can still complete it. What's this middle sector going to be there? It's going to be a 14.3. Near enough 2 seconds off that middle sector of the Ferrari. This is now coming through the final chicane.
I think he's made a mistake in the middle sector. Bound to Brandon to go for a bit of a spin, I think.
Oh, got a big snap of oversteer, but it's P7 for the Alpine.
He must have made a mistake now, half a second off his teammate. And the Alpines looked evenly matched in Q1, so must be maybe a use at the time as well. Mistake is yet bound to Brandon's messed up his lap.
Well,
and the P&E's going to come through and start another.
He's going on. He's just said to me he's going on the most unused used soft that he's got. So
Jamie Dodger's retarding the pits. And Jay was up on his lap. Let's see how much he was up by.
5/10, I think.
Yeah, he was up by half a second exactly. He's up by 6/10, Jay, on his medium lap. So a bit of pressure put on the hash driver. 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Can he go back on board with Rapini? See what he can do in the first sector. So it's 3-6 for the Alfa Romeo.
Right then, so this is now going to be very interesting as we are watching Rapini in the Alfa Romeo. His teammate Vantage is struggling at the minute. This is not what Alfa Romeo are wanting to see here this evening, as this could be a real struggle this evening. Oh, he's gone a little bit wide through spoon curve, so that is definitely not going to be the best lap ever. It's not going to be the best lap in the world, but it still can get finished, of course, but it's not going to be the greatest. You'll see 15.4, well, 1 minute 15.4 in the middle.
It's gone a bit wide then, he's invalidated.
Yeah. Well, I wonder what downforce he's running, because he went way wide at the exit of the flat out.
He went very wide. Let's have a look at Banter Brandon. Definitely don't expect the Mercedes to be down there. Switch peak with a 32.8 first sector. It's coming up purple, but that obviously means if you're in the bottom 5, that the purple sector does come up if you're quicker than the car in 10th. As he comes through the hairpin into 3rd gear, does his short shift up to 4th, or keeps in 3rd, keeps it in 3rd. See what his teammates doing. There's first sector for Banter Brandon. 32.9, so yeah. He's a 10th off his teammates in the first sector. If spoon curve, goes switch peak, keeps it valid, doesn't run wide. But I think these makes are just gonna probably not push to the limits, but just focus on getting through the Q3. Don't want to take any risks.
Yeah, as he's now coming through the exit of the 2nd sector. He's 8 seconds up in his middle sector time, so it's a personal best for him, but not the fastest overall as he comes through the exit of 130R into the final chicane. And now coming around the final corner, the flat out final corner, and it's going to be a 30.011, so P3 there for the Twitch perk.
Banter Brandon with a 13.1, so he's a 10th up on his teammates, but he comes very close to invalidating through spoon curve. On Lighty, he's about to start the lap. Don't know why he's come out again, he's through. See Banter Brandon. Turning on now, so the Mercedes are very evenly matched here in qualifying. But it's separated by 18 thousandths. So
well,
that's going to be an interesting fight.
Everyone is literally coming out of the pit to set a lap now. So this is where
Lighty's gone. Too much curb.
Yeah,
he's cooked his tyres as well.
Yeah, Lighty, he's through anyway. I can't understand why he's gone back out, to be honest.
No, I can't understand. I don't understand it.
Unless he's trying to beat Volcano, but I can't see why, because you can do that in Q3. But that's up to him. So yeah. As there's three drivers in the 29s at the minute. As Brandon just puts himself in the wall. But that is not
also, he's going to be able to qualify.
Yeah. Don't know why he's
Brandon's
done that.
out.
Don't know why he's done that, but Yeah, that's if he wants to start
Granted,
from
it's
there,
time
he
on
can.
track.
If he wants to start from there, then that's alright, you can.
I don't know why he would do that though.
No, can't
He's
say.
looking very good for qualifying. Looking for a P4, P3. Maybe, because he's looked quicker than Jamie, if I must say.
Well, Jamie's been beaten on his lap, so
And Jay's out. Jay's crashed. I think Jay and Anthony have come together.
I'm on board with the Alpine Nicholas Thomas as he's now coming through turn 1 to really
Making him
start his lap.
validated.
Oh, he's gone wide. That would have not helped his situation, but does he have a front wing? He
Right,
does.
he started a lap.
Even Alpine is retired from the sessions. I can't understand what's going on. Well,
And Banter
Rapini.
Brandon didn't mean to crash.
Rapini's coming through the back straight into 130R. What's he doing?
15-1. Got Mika just 2 tenths up on his previous.
This might not put him in the top 10 for Rapini as he's coming round the final corner, and it's not going to put him in the top 10.
P12, he's out. I think
It's,
Anthony and Jay crashed. Because Banter Brandon just shot up to 9th. So they must have crashed. So I'm going board with Mika now.
he's 2
Oh,
tenths
shit.
up on his personal
Yeah,
best lap
Nicholas is
time.
1.3 seconds down. Bobby's up. Jacob's invalidated, so really it's all eyes on Mika.
Yep, will he get himself out of qualifying here this evening? Well, not out of qualifying, more like, should we say, into
Will he get
Q3.
into Q3?
Yeah. But will it
Ooh, very
happen?
close for Bobby. It
It will.
does.
Very
It does
lucky.
happen. For Banter Brandon, not Banter Brandon, fucking Mika is through into Q3, and next is the top 10 shootout.
Right then. So we're only going to get 9 people in the top. Well, 9 people in qualifying 3. As we've had Brandon, I find Jay, Rapini, and Vantage out of qualifying here this evening. And we're going to bring you shortly into Q3. In Q2 as well, it's a Swedish 1-2, so that's quite interesting there. And the gap is 3 tenths between first and second. So there's a bit of a pace advantage here for Ferrari this evening. So we'll see who's got the race pace with their setups. Right then, it is the top 10 shootout. Sorry, the top 9 shootout, should I say? As there's no 10 drivers in qualifying 3 this evening. As we've got Mika, Bobby, Twitch Perk, Nicholas Thomas, Jacob, Lighty, Jamie, Volcano, and Mark. So that's only 9 drivers. We would have expected Brandon here as well, and he crashed in Q2 on track. So yeah, it's pretty much a shame for the Mercedes as he'll have to start 10th, as Jacob is now going to be the first one out on track. Well, it's definitely going to be a new set of softs. As well, we're going to wait for more people to come out of the pits, as we have now got Twitch Perk out as well. We have Mika, who's in the pits, just climbing his way out. Lighties are now coming out. Volcano's coming out. There's a bit of blockage. Mark, Nicholas Thomas, they're all coming out now, so expect to see the fastest laps go around here in qualifying now. This is what you call the twilight phase.
Got Jakob now. Gonna be the first driver to set his lap. Hopefully 130R now. To prepare to set his probably 1 of 2 or 3 laps here in Q3. This is where it all counts now. 10 minutes left in the session. It all matters here. You gotta get your fastest laps here, or you're gone.
The McLaren is going to be the first one to time, as he's now coming through 1 and the S section, which is the hardest part at the Japanese Grand Prix. And the very Japanese Grand Prix is such an annoying circuit to get round, especially if you're doing 28, 29 laps around here.
27 laps around here.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit lower than that, but yeah, I was racing around Japan a couple of days ago. I think it was like Saturday or Sunday, and the S section was such a pain. But yeah, you just gotta hope for the best in qualifying, and well, mainly the race.
Volcano's gone for a bit of a spin. Oh no, he's just slowing down.
Running through Spoon Curve comes the McLaren of Jacob, as he's now coming down the back straight into 130R. What's this middle sector going to be? It's going to be a 13.7. Not bad at all here for the McLaren. It's going to be quite a decent lap, as he's now coming through the final chicane. And now round the final. To be here for Jacob.
8.6.
Not
Okay,
bad.
Volcano must have the big moments on his lap and he backs off. A huge moment for Volcano there. Lighty with a 32.3 first sector. Keeps it valid through Spoon.
Now down the back
What's another
straight
sector
to
going to be?
130R.
12.4 for Lighty.
Wow.
1.3 seconds faster than Jakob. That just shows the pace deficit between these cars on the grid. Very nice to do that chicane bit. And what's Lighty going to be? Are we going to see a car into the 29s? Yes, we are.
29.
You know, they're being in the 29s. Are we going to see a car dip into the 28s this session? That's the question.
Well, here's the main question. Are these only bankers?
Surely we'll see some improvements towards the end of the session. Yeah, Volcano, not certain representative last time. But Mark comes across line 31-2 in the Alpine. We're on board with Nicholas, who just goes behind him by 700 exactly. We're going to go on board now with the driver who's setting, the only driver now who's setting the representative last time of Jeremy as Meek has gone for a bit of a spin through the S section. Jamie coming towards Spoon. Coming towards Spoon roughly about 180 miles an hour. Takes it nice. Runs a bit wide though. Doesn't hit the apex. There'll be a bit more time there, Volcano. He's going again, Volcano Master. On the socks. We're going to dip back on board with Jamie. Bobby, still not since the last time he's in the pits. Let's come up Jamie with the purple middle sector. Touch peak spun. 13.6. Yeah, Jamie's off the pace.
Yeah, way off the pace.
1.4 seconds off. Volcano now. He's on a lap, pip in the first sector.
Someone's just stopped off track and it's Mika.
Mika, yeah. What's Volcano's first sector there, mister? .4, so he's down by 100th on lighting the first sector. Oh, he's got a bit wide, kept it valid, and he's big slide. At this time on the sun, he's backed off.
If I was Volcano now, I'd come diving into the pits to get a new set of softs.
You've got to come into the pits now. He's 8 seconds up, but he's not challenging. Put him behind Jakob. Maybe even behind the 2 Alpines. Maybe even behind Mika, or me. He may just stay there. Yeah, he will. You would just stay there, yeah. Right thing to do there. He's dove into the pits. Mika also follows him in. Jamie Dodger is going to come into the pit shortly. So that's the first round. Laps done. Red Bull 1-2. Lighty ahead by 1.5 seconds. Wow.
But there's still Volcano if he completes his lap, so who knows what's going to happen in the last remaining 5 minutes.
Also Jamie as well, to get a representative lap time, because that to only be 400ths ahead of the McLaren. That's either used softs, a very bad lap on used softs, or just fresh softs. What a terrible lap. We've got 4 minutes and 30 left in this session round Suzuka. Surprising there's no rain, yeah, to be honest.
I'll kind of back Jamie a bit up here. I think he was on an old set of softs, so I'll back him up on that.
Did look like it.
He might have been.
That
But who knows? We'll have to see. As Bobby is now coming out on a fresh set of softs. So here we go.
Bobby's caused a bit early.
I think he wants to get that lap done so he has no traffic ahead of him. That's quite a smart move actually from Bobby, so he has no dirty air all in his face. So yeah, that'd be quite crucial to the Haas's race. Well, the starting grid, should I say. Right then, 3 minutes 30 left in qualifying here this evening. And straight after will be the race. There will be no introductions to the race or anything. Just diving straight to the race. Don't know if there's a formation lap, but yeah. As Bobby is going to start a lap in just a few moments' time. As he's going to try and get the best exit possible, just to make sure he can get that good lap in. He's now coming around the final corner and he is going to start his lap.
Volcano and Jakob's all coming out of the pits. Volcano, he's the first out of the pits. Out of the drivers apart from Bobby. But Bobby now through turn 1 and 2. Let's see if he can get this section tied down. Jakob's sitting in a brilliant P3 from McLaren as well. I didn't notice that. .33.1 for Bobby, and he's invalidated.
Yeah, this is not looking good. Has he put enough fuel in? I think he has. I'm pretty sure he has.
No, he hasn't. I'm not sure. Well, unless he can cruise around in 8th gear and save as much fuel as possible, and Bobby's been armoured at the time.
Oh wow.
That's really put him on the back foot.
Yeah. Well, he's got to let Volcano through regardless now, as he's not going to be on a lap anymore. So, yeah, as it's invalidated, he will not set the lap time that is required as of yet. He's got to do the same. He's got to have the same amount of time as the guys that have just come out on the fresh set of softs. So just really put him on the back foot. As there's yellow flags running around in the middle sector, and that's definitely Bobby and the McLaren of Jakob. Right then, Volcano, he has just started his lap. He needs a good lap to get pole position, or else he will not be in the fight for the win possibly unless something happens. But he needs to get pole position, or the front row, or maybe the second row, just to stay in contention of the Red Bulls. But with his pace, I'm pretty sure he can anyway. But as he's coming through the
Bobby's carried on till he has saved fuel as well.
As Volcano is coming through the first sector, is it any good? Yes, it is.
It's purple up by 700ths. Yeah. Just a fight for pole is too early on. And Lighty's actually, is he finished? No, he's starting the lap.
Oh, Bobby spun. Oh, he's ended up in the barriers, and that's his qualifying
Oh, and that's
over.
the Haas's qualifying over. Really before it begun. Here in Q3.
6.9 seconds up on his personal best is Volcano, as he's now coming through Spoon Curve, and now on the exit down to the back straight on 130R. Is this going to be lap of the weekend here for Volcano? We will see. Well, not lap of the weekend, lap of the night,
He's
should I
purple
say.
by 4 milliseconds.
Yeah.
It's very close.
What is this time going to be here for Volcanoes? He's coming round the final
Lighty's down 6
corners.
milliseconds.
Volcano,
Is he going to get pole?
is it pole
Provisional?
position?
Provisional
Yes, it
pole
is.
by 700. And we turn to Lighty, who's 6 milliseconds down. Let's have a look at what Jamie Dodger's done in the first sector. It's 260, half a second up. Bobby A's retired. Jakob improves by 3/10. So that's P3 provisionally.
Oh, it's going
Just
to
in
be
case he's
very
missed the apex
tight.
a bit there.
Can Lighty do anything about this? Has he got an answer back to the Ferraris? He's coming down the back straight into Walter. What is this middle sector going
He's
to be?
purple.
He's up in the middle sector. He's got
This is
purple.
going down to the wire.
As he's now coming through the final chicane, and then he's got the final corner. He needs to set this lap as soon as possill, as he's now coming around the final corner. Is it a 28?
He's done
Not
it.
quite.
Oh, it's pole.
Pole.
By 3.3. No, 0.33. No, I've said that wrong. 300. Don't fucking listen to what I'm saying. Anyway, Jamie Dodger.
Coming around the final corner.
P5.
Is it going to be any close?
P3. But he's half a second off. Yeah, Nicholas is invalid as it's messed up. But wow, Lighty on pole by 300.
What?
That's very close. We're in for a good race between these two here. It's a Sweden top two.
And a Red Bull and a Ferrari 1-2. So, yeah, Jamie just filling in the last spot for third place.
Jamie only just beaten Switch Peak as well from P4. Then there's a massive gap. Jakob in P5. He's going to be very happy in the McLaren with P5. Mika and AlphaTauri 6th. Once again, he'll be happy with that as well. And you got the two Alpines, 7-8, and then Bobby, who probably would have ended up ahead or close to the Alpines, maybe the AlphaTauri, but he just couldn't set the representative lap time. So yeah, that's your grid for the Japanese Grand Prix. We're in for a cracker.
Right then, here we go. It is race time, it is game time here for the Japanese Grand Prix. And the drivers are now all lining up on their grid slots, getting their setups on, making sure they get the right tyres. Oh, actually, we'll look at the race director, see if anything is going on. I can't see the race director, which is annoying. So, oh no, now I can. So, Jamie starting on the hards. So with Jay, he's starting on the hards. Is anyone else? No, the rest are starting on mediums. The other 16 are starting on the mediums here for this Grand Prix. So even the top two are. So 5 seconds to go.
Jay switched back to mediums. So it's only Jamie Dodger on the hards, so he could drop.
Is it formation lap? It is. It is indeed formation lap here for the Japanese Grand Prix. There could be a few glitches into play here this evening, but hopefully it does not affect the race at all.
And Jay and both Haas's have already been disqualified. They haven't even got 150 metres past the start-finish line. Yeah, the only driver who's opted for the hards is Jamie Dodger. I just would have thought he would opt for the mediums because he's off the pace compared to Volcano and Lighty. But yeah,
unless he's
Lighty kind of just zooming away in formation lap.
Unless he's looking to be quicker at the end, or in case of any safety cars toward the end of this race.
Could be doing that, but he might just fall. Switch peak might get him, and even Jakob may have a go with him. But we never know, yeah.
Well, we'll
Or
see
to
what.
come on these 27 laps.
Yeah, we'll see what more overplays dividends. Is it going to be? Oh, he's gone onto the grass there, so he would have overheated his tyres quite a bit there, especially his front left and his rear left. So yeah, that would not be good here for the Red Bull. As Lighty has slowed down a little bit for Volcano to catch up a little bit. As Lighty spun under formation lap.
Oh, yes.
Right then, Volcano is going to be the first one to line up on the grid in second place. So yeah, gotta do some warming of them tyres, Volcano, before you get Lighty into turn 1. But will Lighty defend? That's the main question. Volcano has let him through though, let him back through. So yeah, this is going to be interesting into turn 1. As we've had all season, Red Bull against Ferrari. It's been like this all season long, without a doubt. After this one, we've got just the remaining 3 races to go. 15 rounds here in the GPR realistic division, and we're on round 12 or round 13. Either one, but I think it is round 12.
Yeah, it's round 12, yeah.
Yeah, as after this one,
Larry's been disqualified in P18, so he's been dropped down 2 positions from where he was. And Volcano's been disqualified for overshooting. That could put him on back foot, onto the back foot.
well then, we'll see what happens. Round 12 out of 15 here at the Japanese Grand Prix. GPR realistic. The 5 red lights are now going up. 5 red lights. And away we go here for the Japanese Grand Prix.
Volcano's got a really good start. Jamie
Yes, he
dodged on the
has.
heart.
Yeah, absolute cracking start there for Jamie. I thought he did initially. Lighty off to a terrible start. He's lost so many positions. He's now
It's down to
outside
4th,
of
Lighty.
outside
Jamie
of the
dodged on the
top 3.
heart. Wow.
Absolute out of nowhere.
Oh,
big
big
collision.
crash. That was not Lighty's fault there. Banter Brandon just got on the curb on Lewis Twitch Peak, who got onto the curb. Both Mercedes have been involved in that. And also Nicholas, who's been involved, and also Rusty Carlson and Vantage have had their own incidents, and Jay has gone as well. I think that was a reset to track. But Volcano already a second gone as we go to the apron for the very first time.
Yep, and it's the dividends of the medium tyre compared to the hards, but Jamie will indeed be quicker toward the end. As I've said, Ferrari against Red Bull season. Will we have a shock winner here tonight, do you think?
Speaking of shock winners, Australia, they're beating France 1-0.
Well, is the World Cup curse coming real in real life football? We'll see.
It could be. Craig Goodwin. Anyway, we go back to racing as Jamie Dodger has used a lot of his ERS to get back on Jamie Dodger. Not Jamie Dodger. Volcano's got to be wide. He's going to have a go. He sized it up. And Volcano's going to be deep. Is he going to go for the switchback? He is. We're going to see a bit of wheel-to-wheel combat into turn 1. I think we are going to see a bit of wheel-to-wheel combat into turn 1 as Jamie Dodger, out of all odds on the hards, leads the Japanese Grand Prix. And now his target is got maybe to try and pull away on the hards, but he's already used 3/4 of his battery, and he may try and hold up Volcano Master, which is what he's doing perfectly here. And Rusty's boxed. Jay has had another spin. But Jamie Dodger into the lead on the hards. Did not expect that whatsoever. Ifney, P7 in the Williams. Oh, and we've got a virtual safety car, which reduces cars to slow down the speed by 40%, and it also can give Jamie some time to gain back some of that energy. Yeah, what are your thoughts on these opening 2 laps so far?
Well, it's been quite interesting. Obviously Bobby out at the first minute is not good for Haas at all, as they're now 17 and 18. As for some reason these side with Jay's side by side.
Oh, Jay's got a drive-through penalty.
Would have
He
thought
also
so
on the softs as well, so that Haas's weekend ruined in the space of 2 laps. But Jamie Dodger has had a really good VSC restart here. On Axel and Ifney battling. Oh, and Jakob's gone! Went for a little half-hearted spin there. DRS has been enabled, and Ifney with a switchback on Axel Reach. We're gonna go wheel to wheel, and Ifney's dipped the wheel to the grass. He's still going wheel to wheel, and he's tucked in behind them. Lighty and Volcano going wheel to wheel though, and it's a Red Bull 1-2.
Oh wow, okay. Did something happen to Volcano? I wasn't watching on
Yeah,
my
he
screen.
had a terrible restart.
Yeah, I would have thought so. Lighty has looked the quicker man so far this evening. Red Bull, they are looking very quick at the moment. Do you think they'll swap cars?
I imagine so. They should swap cars. Lighty's obviously the quicker driver. And then if I was the Red Bull team principal right now, I would invert the cars and then just try and get Jamie to just hold off Volcano for as long as possible. They've got a safe gas to do so to make it 3 seconds clear. So they might as well just try and do that and just let the quicker car through. But Volcano was closed up.
Or
Got the most DRS out of most of them, and Nicholas has gone through all, reset the track after penalty. And J7 has driven through. Gotta give a shout out to Ifney though. P8 on the mediums in the Williams. What a race he's had so far. And Lowry from 18th has already made up 9 positions in 3 laps. He's kept himself out of bother. Meanwhile, Volcano's dropped back. I don't know if he's running no line for this. He did tease that he may be running no line, but he had a really good chicane there. DRS enabled, Lighty says the fastest lap.
I think it's going to be
Red Bull
between
going to
the top
invert the
3
cars.
Ooh.
No, they're not.
This is going to be awful for Red Bull because Jamie, he's on the hards, and it's really not going to help Red Bull at this moment because Volcano could just easily go around the outside or on the inside if them two make contact. So this is not good at the minute for Red Bull. They're probably going to hope for a safety car during the middle of this race as Lighty runs a little bit wide.
And what Volcano would want now is Lowry to just make his way through the pack as quick as possible. He's getting held up by this Williams, but if he gets a good exit, maybe, yellow flag, something like that. But no, the big Mika and Mark. Was that Mark? No, just Mika. Mika's gone down to 7th. And to be fair, that's good for Ifney, because he's now got DRS. And Rusty's crashed. That could be the safety car Red Bull wants. And it is the safety car Red Bull gets. I've just seen there where the car's parked, so there's been a lot of action already. Jay's coming to the pits. Yeah, very slowly. But I don't think Red Bull wanted the safety car actually, because they were pulling away from Volcano.
Well,
because you inverted the cars.
I meant toward the middle part of the race. Oh. They wanted it. So, yeah, and Jay's repairing his front wing, so yeah.
That's going to be good for everyone else, especially Mark and 4 seconds after.
Jay could get lapped here.
The lead path. Oh, Jay could get lapped here. Jay's not going to get lapped. Fortunately for the Haas driver, he's not going to be lapped.
Will the safety car let him through?
Let's have a look.
That's the main question.
Safety car does let him through.
Yeah, would have thought so on that occasion. Well, the safety car's now got to wait for him. Until
the 3 drivers have already bent the bonnet and boxed onto hards. Ifney, Rapini, Banter, Brandon and Amar Vantage, so it's a double stack. Oh, it's actually a wing change. For Rapini, that's not going to help Vantage, but he has got a comfortable gap. Said Nicholas behind, so he can afford that.
Well, Jay also spun as well on the S section, so that's not really what they wanted. Well, that's going to cold their tyres a little bit as Jay's now coming through the airfin. But we'll see what happens. Obviously, we're only into lap 4. There's 27 laps in this Grand Prix, so you don't know what's going to happen at all. But we've just got to wait for Jay to catch up, and then we can get back racing. Oh, we're on lap 5 actually, as I was looking at Jay, so Jay's still on lap 4.
No. Oh.
Right, there could be a couple of laps until the safety car ends. Could be a couple of laps. I think lap 7 or 8 the safety car could be in, but yeah, it's going to be a very long safety car to wait for the Alpine and the Haas. But hopefully they don't take too long, so yeah, that's what we're just going to hope for, that they don't take too long, and yeah, we'll see what happens over the course if Jay can catch up quick enough. Will the safety car let him catch up? Who knows? Most definitely, well, it's very likely that the safety car will let Jay catch up, but who knows? As this game is absolutely so. Yeah, Red Bull 1-2, Ferrari 3 and 8. So yeah, this has changed the style of this Grand Prix. As Jamie is leading as light team P2, the pole sitter for this Grand Prix is now down into P2. Volcano had a fairly decent start, but he's just lost positions in the making anyway, as we only have 16 drivers left in the race, and it's now going to be a DRS train as soon as Jay catches up. So yeah, it will definitely be lap 8 or lap 9 now that it will catch up. So well, it should be lap 8 that the safety car. No, I don't know, to be honest, but we'll see. As yeah. But regardless, Red Bull won't care. They'll like the race to end as a 1-2. But yeah, it's no fun for us in the comms box. But either way, the Haas should really catch up this lap, and we should get back to racing. So yeah, the Haas will definitely catch up now.
Oh, Jay. Not Jay. Oh, Jay actually retired.
Oh,
He's retired on track. And the Alpine's got a 5-second penalty for severe collision with Jay. I'm guessing that'll be removed, because he was DNF'd at the time. Yeah, it's been a terrible weekend for Haas. No points scored. Not going to be good for them, the constructors, but safety car is going to be in this lap.
Yeah,
Jamie Knight just leads the Grand Prix after taking the lead on lap 2, and he's kept the lead since. So using all of his ERS did work.
Right then, safety car in this lap. Finally, shall we say? It's been out since lap 4, lap 5. So,
Lap 4, yeah, so 3 laps. Safety car, we're finally going to get racing.
It's took us about 10 minutes, this safety car has, but 5 to 10 minutes it's took us with this safety car. But yeah, as Jamie is going to get us underway, and we're going to go into the final corner, and we are going to go green
Scott
flag
lighting up.
racing yet again. Lap out 27. We've got 19 laps until the checkered flag.
As we see Jamie Dodger, turn 1 in the lead, followed by Lighty, Volcano Master, Mark and Jakob is your top 5. Jamie Dodger he's going to be the slow car by some distance on them tyres, and he has been off the pace. Well, let's see if Lighty can get past his teammate, who seems to be running a bit wide, yeah. Few of them corners.
Lighty seems to be catching up to Jamie. Obviously, them hards are not going to do so well. But
Repeating your 3-second penalty for corner cutting. I think Volcano Master's running no line, that's why he's dropping back a bit, but Mark is on his case. Jamie Dodger, though, he does seem to be pulling, but he is deploying a bit of his ERS. Banter Brandon gets ahead of Rip Dingo, and Switch Peak gets ahead of Lowry, who's had a bad exit. And Rip Dingo and Lowry, Rip Dingo concedes. Yeah, Mark, though, he's stuck with this top three.
Yeah, so that's interesting for the Alpine, as it doesn't have as much speed as the Ferrari and the Red Bulls in real life pace terms, but Mark is doing extremely well. So
this is Volcano has gone a bit deep, which is gonna got a good exit though. Got a really good exit actually.
Yeah, he's
yeah, and the swap is happening for the Red Bulls now. Lighty into the lead. We expected that swap to come a bit earlier, but it has happened now. Lighty, the pole sitter, back up into the lead at lap 9, thanks to Jamie Dodger giving the position back.
Maybe they waited until Volcano struggled a little bit. So yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Jamie,
the smart decision now, because Lighty can just go.
All he's got to do now is hold him up. Lighty wins. Yeah, it's game over.
Good weekend for Red Bull.
Yeah, it's not game over for Ferrari in the championship. I'm pretty sure they're leading the championship.
I think they are.
Ferrari are
Volcano just hasn't been able to carry the quality pace over into the race. I think that's him not running no line now, and yellow flags have come out, and that's if. Who was that?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure who that was.
Yeah.
Is that Ifney with no front wing? No, Ifney has got front wing. But he's missing an end plate. So Ifney does have wing damage, he's missing a bit of his wing.
Switch.
Meanwhile, though, the Switch Peak gets up to P7. Switchback by Mika, though.
Oh.
What a switchback by the Alfa Tauri. And this part is going to continue down to 130R. It's a brilliant switchback manoeuvre, but Switch Peak is still there. Going wheel to wheel with Mika. Alfa Tauri versus Mercedes. Who come off the top? It's Mercedes on this occasion. That was a brilliant switchback by Mika, though. Yeah, and Volcano's crucially falling out of that 1 second, so he's definitely running no line or something.
Yeah.
He's gotta be.
Obviously, yeah, I think this is game over for the race win for Volcano in this one, but you never know in Formula 1, things can happen. As I thought that was Brandon getting closer
Nicholas's
to
box, same with Ifney.
Lurie.
I think they both had damage.
Yeah. But
Yeah, both had damage.
yeah, Peak, he keeps P7 for now, so yeah, he's going to look to chase
Banter Brandon, the lead hard runner so far, who's boxed, of course. This is just a big DRS strain. Mark's crucially falling out of that 1 second gap to Volcano.
Volcano's actually caught up a little bit.
He's caught up a little bit, yeah. And Lighty has been able to gap Jamie as quick as I thought he would have anyway. Thought he would have gapped him like that.
Jamie, because he will be quicker toward the end, he'll win this race.
Maybe.
Yeah. He'll be quicker anyway toward the end, so it's more than likely going to happen. Because fresh mediums, then this is where it's really going to be game on.
Ooh,
for Jamie.
he's fallen out about 1 second.
Yeah.
That's very crucial. Volcano's not going to have the help of the DRS, and if he's been given a penalty for corner cutting. But yeah, Jamie Dodger is in DRS, so's Mark.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's running no line, Volcano.
Yeah, I think he is.
Yeah, he's
Do we
been
see Mark
going a bit
open that
deep
rear
through
wing?
some corners. So,
He does, so Mark is in DRS of Volcano. Lap 10. Speaking of Mark's teammate, Nicholas, he's just boxed. He's into the wall with no front wing. Oh, Volcano! Oh, and Jamie's gone! So the potential race winner is going to fall all the way down to P7 and make that P10. Jamie Dodger's gone.
Well,
wow.
He's just had a battle
with Volcano with the penalty. That may have just sorted Lighty for the win. Oh, that's huge. More yellows. Nicholas has gone for another spin. He's out. Nicholas Thomas Lee is out.
Well,
Jamie's got to be kicking his feet for that.
Well, Peake had just had a battle with Axel down the straight into turn 1, and he got him pretty nice, to be fair.
Jamie's gone deep.
There's a battle between Ferrari and AlphaTauri of Lurie and Mika, and
got a brilliant counter angle from this.
Mika will definitely defend because he's been doing super well here in this Japanese Grand Prix. He's now coming down the back straight into 130R, and that is Lurie using his ERS, and the AlphaTauri is going to go defensive, but I think Lurie's got
and Lowry, up to P7. Mark's been dropped.
Into 130R.
After that 1 second, that's going to invite Jakob, who's in P4. Brilliant showing for the Alpine and McLaren teams. And Switch Peak has found himself into the top 5 as well. Yeah, Lighty can just control this race at his pace now. He's got the ERS. He's got the pace advantage over Volcano, and crucially, Volcano with that 3-second penalty.
Well, it'll be very crucial for Mark as well, because if he keeps within that 3-second gap, he will claim himself P.
Oh, Mika's gone for a bit of a spin. And Mika's spun.
Poor Mika, he's been doing very well.
He's in the box.
Is that a bit of an early call? Oh no,
Rapini's got no wing. That's a Sasha, so Rapini's probably going to get no points unless safety car comes out.
Yeah, he'll definitely not get points anyway. It's not been the week. It's not been the week for him. So yeah, it's not been the Tuesday night for him at all. As Lighty is 3.7. Yeah, Lighty is 3.7 ahead of Volcano. And
Switch Beaker's right on the back of Jakob, but Jakob's light is flashing. Got 5% battery. Jakob compared to Switch Peak's 65%, so he's got a breeze past the McLaren Mercedes up into P4 for Switch Peak.
Brilliant move there from the Merc, as his teammates got a bit of
Lighty's boxed.
Yeah.
Volcano also follows him in. Yeah, the first round of pit stops are happening now. Volcano sped the pits. So those days has gone from bad to worse. 8 seconds of penalties for Volcano Master. And Lowry leads the Grand Prix. Hasn't boxed yet, but him, Axel and Jamie and Banter Brandon, who's already stopped in this race, of your top 4.
Alright then. So Brandon is got to do that many. He's already done.
Oh! Lighty's been struck up by Vantage! And he's reached that track, that's a penalty. But I don't know what Vantage was doing there. But he's just completely wiped out Lighty. And this race has just opened up massively now.
Well, he's got no damage to Phil. He's got no damage, no. Lucky boy.
But what's Vantage doing there? What is Vantage doing?
Well, he'll definitely get penalised for this one. So, yeah.
Definitely. Lighty may have non-visible damage here because he's getting gapped by Mark.
Well,
he's getting on now.
You've got the evidence anyway, so, yeah. The issue will be sorted.
What Vantage was doing there.
Yeah, I can't understand that.
The Volcano though, we've been looking at penalties. 8 seconds for the Ferrari man. That's not good for him. Vantage lets Volcano past. Jamie Dodger has just overtaken Axel Reach, and then Banter Brandon just goes straight past Axel Reach. So 2 in 1 move. Lighty's up into 7th. And Switch Peak's also going to enjoy the fun. And he's going to be up to P8. DRS as well. So yeah, Lighty's now got 3.5 seconds to make up on Vantage, and then he's got a further 2.5 to gain on Volcano. If on them mediums, he may have to box again, is up into P11, but he has got a 3-second penalty. Yeah, 3 seconds. Look at the pit stops now. If he's on a 2-stop, Rapini's also on a 2-stop, but that'll turn into a 3-stop as he's on the softs. Out of the top 4, 3 of them have not pitted. So, with Jamie Dodger, Lowry, and Axel. Well, Lighty's gained a 2.5 already. Banter Brandon's right in the back of Jamie Dodger. Lowry comes into the pits. Jamie Dodger's got less than 10%. He's got no ERS. Banter Brandon's got 60% more. Lowry onto the hards. Good stamp by the Ferrari man.
Well, Ferrari looking good at the minute. Your top 5 at the minute is Jamie, Brandon, Axel Rietz, Volcano, and Vantage, as Lurie has been pushed out of the top 5 by Vantage, as Lighty climbs himself into the top 6 now.
We've still got Jamie and Axel to pit. Banter Brandon though, if he can somehow take them hards to the end of the Grand Prix, that'll be a brilliant win for the Mercedes driver. If he goes to the end. Lighty's right in the back of Vantage now.
He's got a bit of tyre saving to do if he wants to do that. He's got to do 12 more laps.
He's also got a fast charging Red Bull and Ferrari behind him as well.
Well, I went from, because of a safety car in PSGL, I went from lap 8 to 29 on a set of hards. And
nice.
How many laps is that? Probably about... it depends on the track though as well.
21 laps.
Yeah.
On hards. So let's see now, can Lighty get past Vantage? No, Vantage completely wiping him out. Jamie Dodger's coming to the pits. Banter Brandon takes the lead. Axel Rietz is also boxed.
Oh, Lighty, I'll be careful,
Vantage,
mate.
he's entitled to fight this position, but he's not giving it up, and they're going to go, I thought they were going to go free wide there, but Switch peaked it back off. He's hit, and he's hit. Yeah, whatever his name, Switch peak, has been hit by Vantage. If Vantage doesn't have the Irish on Lighty, he can just whiz away. And he's been overtaken. Jamie's on the mediums, he's come out, and he's wheel to wheel with Lowry. He's causing P6. So damage limitation so far with the spin.
Well, Lighty's now 6.6 behind Volcano, so it could be entirely.
Lighty's got to gain 19 seconds on the leader. Yeah. In 11 laps.
Well,
so he's got to be over a second, 1.2 seconds a lap quicker to come in with contention of winning this Grand Prix.
Well then, it's going to be really game on here. Will Brandon box yet again, or will he do some mega tyre saving to go to the end? He's losing time already to Volcano, who has an 8-second tyre penalty to his name. So, Volcano has some pushing to do.
He has got some pushing to do indeed. He's also got a fast charge and Lighty on his case. And Twitch beats falling out of a second gap. And Axel's got a 3-second penalty. Switch Banter Brandon 12 seconds ahead. Or Volcano is gaining. Jamie Dodger. That's just overtaken. Oh, he's gone off track though. Will he be obliged to give that position back to the Alfa Romeo? Volcano again with the fastest
car. Will he take the penalty? That is the main question.
And Lighty just goes and smashes that by half a second.
Well, Vantage will come straight back at him anyway. No, he won't. He's a bit too far back to try and catch up.
Lowry gets... Lowry overtakes Vantage letting through. Vantage knows that he's probably not going to score points today, so he's just letting him that's the car's free. Which didn't do that with Lighty the first time, but Lighty's on a man on a mission.
Well, it's his powered teammate basically, so yeah, he's gonna let him through anyway. As Lighty, he's gaining on Volcano at the minute, but Volcano's gaining
just
on
holding
Brandon.
up this car, this train now, it's gagging the cars. There's Mark gonna go for a move into the hairpin. I think he is. Mark goes for a move. That's a nice move, and Jakob's gonna follow him in, and Lowry's gone for a bit of a spin. That's him down to P9, Mark promoted to 6th. Lowry's just gone for a bit of a spin. That's come out of nothing.
Well, at a rate of not, Lowry has struggled in this Grand Prix quite horrifically, so...
He has, yeah.
Yeah, this could be game over for top 5 points to help Ferrari in the Constructors over Red Bull. But...
Yeah, Banter Brandon's boxed onto mediums, so he was not taking them hands at the end. Volcano went to the lead, but he has got them penalties.
I don't...
Does Blighty get past him yet?
Oh, just about.
And Axel's knocked out. Axel Rietz is knocked out. I'm gonna.
Oh, Jamie's getting close to Brandon. He gets ahead of Brandon. So yeah.
Oh, I can't imagine.
And Brandon has the colder medium, so this is not gonna help at all. This will definitely help Jamie, as he has the
advantage boxes promotes Ifney into the points. In the Williams, which didn't expect. Oh, and Jakob's gone wide, and I've just witnessed him get a penalty there. He ran wide, and boom, 3-second penalty, slap bang on the button. Volcano's pulled away, Volcano's pushing.
Well,
Yellow flag. Oh, speaking of Ifney, the Williams has gone for a spin. What a shame for Ifney. P10 and the Williams scoring points, and then just goes. I want France to win a 2-1.
Yeah.
Volcano may turn line back on, I think.
Well, here we go then. This is now the end point of this race. We've got 9 laps to go. So we've got 18th, and we've got 14 runners running in the session at the moment. We have now got just if I can do my maths right, 8 laps to go, sorry.
We've got 8 laps to go, yeah. We've got 9 laps to go, including this one.
Well, yeah, this is Rapini could get lapped in this race if he spins again. But
Lighty may have made the mistake because Twitch Beakers just gained 4 times on him. He's into the RS.
Well, it's not going to be a battle on the road. It's going to be a battle. It's going to be a battle through penalties.
And Banter Brandon's right in the back of Jamie Dodgers as well. So both Mercedes putting pressure on both Red Bulls.
And this will help Volcano in the championship, actually. So.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, Twitch Peak's been swiftly gapped again. But Banter Brandon, meanwhile, gaining on Jamie Dodger, them fresh mediums. Banter Brandon could be could be in for a good shout to P3, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe even P2 if he pushes hard enough and then gets Volcano with penalties. But Volcano now has pulled. Volcano's definitely tapping, he's turned line back on.
Yeah. He's got 70% ERS, so he's got a lot to use. He can use it. He might as well not use it.
Is right in the back.
Yeah.
Well,
it's going to be a battle between Mercedes and Red Bull. Where have we seen that before? In
Yellow
2022.
flags for he's gone. He's nearly getting beached.
Is that going to be a safety car? No.
No, he's not. He's screwed.
Not quite.
Lowry and Jakob. Lowry into 7th.
Good move from the
Ferrari. Yellow flags. Oh, something's gone. The Dingo's get out! That could be a safety car, and it is a safety car. A collision between Rip Dingo and Ifney causes Rip Dingo to be out of the Grand Prix. And we could see a few drivers coming to the pits, and Rapini's had his own incidents as well, and he's crashed. Fancy Brendan maybe kick himself here, because he could have stayed out on them hards. But this is not good for Volcano with his penalties.
Well, here we go then. It is game on. We've only got 12 runners left in this race. We've got 7 laps to go. And it is really game on between Ferrari and Red Bull. But Ferrari, they can easily drop down, all the way down to P7 with Volcano.
I'm expecting everyone to come into the pits here.
Yeah.
Volcano's got a pit.
Volcano can do 5 seconds, so yeah.
Volcano can save 5 seconds, put him onto fresh at the softs.
But
he's got a pit.
What are Red Bull and Mercedes thinking here?
They've got to respond to what Volcano does, yeah. Volcano does pit, yeah. They've got to respond to what Volcano does there. They can't stay out. Well, they could slip Jamie Dodger out. Oh, Lighty has stayed out.
Wow. Okay. Is that
Jamie
just
Dodger
to get
boxes.
ahead? Is that just to get ahead?
That's a bad decision from Lighty there.
Well,
that's a decision that I may have just lost in this race, because Volcano's going to be behind him.
It's very hard
Actually,
to overtake at this
Larry
track.
has overtaken him, and Jakob's overtaken him.
Oh,
so wow.
The top 3 are on
I don't know why the top 3 have not boxed. I don't know why the top 3 have not boxed.
Maybe because of double stacks, do you think?
Maybe because of double stacks, but Larry had the gap to Volcano and Lighty had the gap to Jamie.
But although Lighty can still win because Lurie could be Lurie's been off the pace anyway tonight.
Yeah, but I'm sure if Jakob gets overtaken by Volcano, Larry will just let him through. I'm sure of that. But then it'll be about Volcano trying to pull 3 seconds.
Well then, it's really game on in this one. So, Volcano still has a penalty.
So does Jakob as well.
Yeah. So this is giving an advantage to Lurie and Lighty. But Lurie could let Volcano through. So this has really brought the other Ferrari into this. Jamie, he's got a penalty now, so he's going to really struggle to get in that top 5. But
Got to be so close.
Well, when I commentated around Belgium, it was quite boring, but there was some good racing all around. But this is real racing that we see, that we like to see. And is real racing. Joe wants the incident of lighting advantage.
And if he's left the session.
When the stream ends, yeah. But yeah, this could be quite entertaining toward the end. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Now the gaps are closing here for the safety car.
Rapini's also left the session.
Yeah. Well, Rapini's out, so out of the Grand Prix. So yeah, that doesn't really matter. But right then, it's all between Red Bull and Ferrari in the last 5 laps. Hopefully, the Williams of Infinite, I'll just call him Alfa. So yeah, hopefully he can catch up as soon as possible, so we get more racing laps, more action between Ferrari and Red Bull. But yet again, he can just come out of nowhere and win this race. But we'll see after the remaining laps that are left. So lap 22 out of 27. It's been quite a long evening, but also quite enjoyable. We had a battle for pole between Lighty and Volcano in qualifying 3, obviously. We could have had a few shock knockouts of Volcano as well, so
could have, yeah.
It's gonna go down to the wire now. it's basically now a 5-lapper race. Because the safety car will definitely be in this lap.
Safety car is in this lap.
Here we go then.
I think.
Yeah,
Safety car is in this lap, yeah.
Here we go then. It's going to be a 5-lapper race. And it's mainly going to be Lighty and Lurie. But Lurie has been off the pace all night. So, yeah, this could not be very good. Here for Ferrari as Lighty holds it up. Oh, we got a snap of oversteer there. And we're going to go racing as that is Lurie's front wing near enough.
And Volcano's already ahead of Jakob. And Twitch Peak is at the start of his life. Volcano may have had an illegal overtake, but Twitch Peak has come from 5th and he's now in the podium position.
Oh wow. Okay, so Jamie,
what a start.
He's looking to go side by side with Jakob.
Jamie Dodger's up in the 5th.
Yeah. So that could be
Twitch
a
Peak is
confirmed
pushing.
P5.
We could see Twitch Peak win this race.
Oh yeah.
Could see Volcano win this race. Could see anybody win this race. Banter Brandon. He could win this race. Anyone can win. It's 4 laps to go. Top 2 on hards, old hards. But them softs could wear out very, very fast. Only 12, 4 laps remaining. Can Lighty and Lou, I don't know what to say his name, Lowry, hold on. Oh, speaking of it though, Lowry's been hit by his teammates, and Jamie Dodger has just snuck through the both of them. P3.
Very good race.
That could get reported to the stewards that Volcano did hit his teammate. And he's actually going to send in Lowry, does let him through. And Banter Brandon gets a bit compromised there as well. And Lighty is 1.3 seconds clear.
And Banter Brandon goes through Lurie, and Lurie in the space of a lap from P2 to P6. But now, Lighty is in so much trouble. He is 1.2 ahead of Peak. Here we go.
Jamie Dodger pushing Twitch Peak through these corners here.
So this could
the bad
really
exits. Jamie Volcano's has had a brilliant exit through that corner, but he just doesn't have the straight line speed to deal with the Red Bull.
Oh, it's quite close into turn 1, but yeah, Volcano just thought about it, but
Mark
he
up into
decided
P7.
to back out.
Jakob's fallen from 3rd to 8th. Vantage has spun. Oh, there's 3 cars involved. Italy's into the points.
Oh wow.
But you got a penalty. But he is on softs. We're going to go back up to the front now. As Lighty, that gap is slowly coming down between him and Twitch Peak. 3 laps remaining in the Japanese Grand Prix. We're going to end this race with some good battles. Hopefully no one out of the top 5 gets taken out. But Lowry, he's clinging on. Even with the side deficit on a compound that are two steps higher in less grip. I have not said that correct, I'm just waffling shit here. Anyway, let's go on. As Jamie Dodger is right on the back of Twitch Peak. The Red Bull Lighty seems to get a really good exit from this corner, but this time not the case.
Well, here we go then. I'm going to ride on board with Jamie Dodger as he's now coming through 130R. Is this going to be a good exit through 130R? Yes, it is. He's going to send it on the inside of Twitch Peak.
On
yes,
the inside,
he is.
bit of contact there. Yeah. Volcano's going to sweep it on the outside. There's a bit of contact.
This is indeed what you call racing, as now DRS has been enabled. It is now a Red Bull 1-2.
Could be seen 3 wide, yeah.
Yeah.
Twitch Peak wants to go for it on Volcano. Jamie Dodger though, he needs these 2 to score because he's got no RFS. Volcano's ahead of him, we know what Volcano's like. He's a very, very quick driver, and he should make easy work for Jamie Dodger with the ERS advantage.
But here's the game plan now for Red Bull. They'll hold Jamie, he'll literally hold up Volcano so Lighty can win this. This is the game plan here for Red Bull. They have absolutely timed this to perfection, and it is going well for them. This is going to be the Red Bull win that Red Bull really want.
This could be, and also Volcano is going to have, yellow flags. Ifney's gone again. Ifney's gone.
Oh, Mika goes on the gravel, but he's got no front wing.
Well, Mika has got no front wing of these, yeah. So that's no points for the AlphaTauri.
As now I find
And he's defended his position from Ifney. Don't know why when he's got no front wing.
I mean, he's defending him quite well, so you've got to give it to him. But yeah, at the end of the day,
Got to go back on board now. Volcano is going to go for it. Even before 130R, Volcano is into second. Now then, this could get a bit spicy.
Yeah. Right then,
Jamie
as we
Dodger's
go...
going to send there. No.
Yeah. No. As we go
Volcano's
down
going to have to be
the
lapping
straight.
2 seconds quicker.
Right then, as we go down the straight with Jamie Dodger, he's got the DRS. He gets that. He doesn't have enough DRS, which is...
But Twitch Peak's going to go for a move on him, actually.
And it's going round the outside. I really did not realise that. As Twitch Peak, he's going to have the inside into
Good
the S
defending.
section. It's not going to look good for Jamie Dodger. And Twitch Peak has got the move done ahead of the Red Bull.
A brilliant move from Twitch Peak there. No contact made. He doesn't have a penalty as well, so he's on for a net P2 if he can keep in Volcano's DRS. But so far he's doing. Well, let's see where the Mercedes is more weak than the top 2 cars through these tight sections where it requires more aerodynamics and airflow through the car. And you can see he's already lost 3 tenths through that corner. Jimmy Dodger's pushed him through these corners now.
The gap is 6
Oh,
tenths
Mika's
between.
crashed.
Oh dear, yeah. That's what you get when you don't have a front wing, mate.
We look at him. Mate, not I talk. Volcano Master. He's only got 11% DRS, but meanwhile, Lighty, that battle's done good for his VRS as he's on 50%.
Here we go then. It's going to be a battle
10%.
for the net race win. Well, not net race win. It's going to be a battle on the road for first place, but it will not be the win at the moment that Volcano would like to secure unless something happens to Lighty. As
we come on to the final lap.
We're going to get final lap action on the road. Volcano gets the fastest lap. And now Lighty is a sitting duck. Into turn 1 we go. Lighty has him covered.
Is it Ed?
Yeah.
We could see a double Mercedes podium here.
Looking very likely. Can Volcano do anything about this?
Volcano just doesn't have the ERS.
Oh, he's right up his tail. Right up his tail. It's now a 10th separated between them two. It was very close between them in qualifying. It's now very close between these two in the race. We're going to see final lap action. All the way to the checker flag on the final lap.
He's going to tackle down the outside. Volcano locks up a bit on the right front, which gives him the worst at exit, and he's actually just lost a hump of time, but he's just gained it all back with the exit.
Yep, he's using the traction to the minimum.
Oh, Vantage has gone from the points. Ifney's up into the points.
Here we go then, we're going to get final lap action. Down the final straight into 130R. Volcano has to use everything, but I think this is the on-road Lighty win, and Lighty will win anyway because he does not have any penalties. He has survived super duper well. This is now coming through the final chicane, and now he's got to come round the final corner. Red Bull and Lighty are winners of the Japanese Grand Prix round 12, and this is setting sights for them in the World Championship.
Off the podium.
Yep, and Mercedes have a double podium
here in Japan. We questioned Lighty's strategy call, staying out, but it was the right strategy. He played it well, timed it to perfection, was very good when then battling. Somehow, Ifney has been overtaken by Vantage. Yeah, and that's the race done. Volcano Master finishes second on track, but after penalties, P4, a double Mercedes podium. P2 and P3, they're going to be ecstatic with that result. And Ifney, now why have I just said Ifney? That's not Ifney. Wasn't it? Lighty in the Red Bull, on the hards, wins in Japan.
Absolute brilliant performance here from Red Bull and Lighty. Jamie holding Volcano up.
He's doing the gritty disqualify him.
No. But it is the podium celebration. He's using the Jarno Opmeer thing, so yeah.
He channeled us in the Jarno Opmeer today and won the race. And Mercedes are going to be very happy with that result.
He's felt like Jarno Opmeer. He's drove like Jarno Opmeer. He wins like Jarno Opmeer. He's got the character like Jarno Opmeer.
but not the same team as Yana want me. That's the only thing that's missing. But yeah, grid rundown. Lighty, P1, brilliant result from Mr. to pole, converted that into a win. Had a bit of an incident with AMR advantage and also didn't pit, done the one stop, boom, win for him. Switch Peak P2 from 4th on the grid in the Mercedes, Banter Brandon from 10th on the grid into 3rd. Volcano Master did finish on P2, but the penalties knocked him down to P4, fastest lap as well. Mark, P5, P7 on the road. Lowry, P18 to P6. Jamie Dodger, P7. Jakob, P8. Axel, P9. And then Vantage rounds up your top 10. Forgot to ask, well, who's going to be your driver of the day for today?
Well, it's all decided in the announcements anyway, but my driver of the day is definitely going to Lighty after a brilliant performance.
I'm going to agree with you there.
Yeah.
So everyone, that is the Japanese Grand Prix round 12 wrapped up. Red Bull win, Ferrari in dismay, and Mercedes electric. That's it from me. Join me back next Tuesday for round 13 at Mexico next Tuesday.